thing that I do. When I was 4, I first showed my mum the thing that I could do, and she went white and left the room. Nothing was said about what I did, and after that my mum never spent any more time alone with me. I wasn't allowed near spoons again. When I was 5, I showed my mum and dad the thing that I could do in Alton Towers. I was so excited on the spaceship that went round and round and round to the music of Postman Pat that it just sort of come out. And I remember screaming and crying and people running. Mum was sick and Dad went red. Then he hit me hard with his fist and I went black. When I woke up, I was in my room and it was dark. The door was locked and I heard Dad whispering things I didn't understand to Mum. She was crying and that made me sad. When I was 6, I showed a man or woman with wings who appeared magically in my room the thing I can do. I wasn't allowed outside the house now because my dad said I was a menace to society. So I was happy to see the man or woman with wings. It wore all white and smelt of alcoholic. It asked me to show it the thing that I do. But first of all I said no, because of the fear of my dad. But it reassured me that it would be our little secret. When the house disappeared and the garden turned to ash, the figure in white didn't seem surprised, like my parents. It went into its long white coat and pulled out a cigarette, then offered me one. And I refused and I stuck out my tongue at it in disgust. It just shrugged and disappeared, like that magician I saw in Clacton-on-Sea. Mum cried again when they came back from the pub and saw the garden, and Dad broke my arm. When I was 7, I showed a spider in my new room the thing that I do, and it grew big. We were now living in Dorset, but I now lived in a room in the basement. Mum feeds me by putting a plate through the little window in the wall, and Dad reads to me from the Bible through that window. And I get confused by the words he says, and I can't understand what Jesus wants from me. And Dad says Jesus is angry with me and I must repent, but I don't know how to do that. The spider is now so big it fills half the room, and it's trying to find a way out. I like him. I'm going to call him Alan. When I was 8, I showed the policeman the thing that I do because I felt nervous and scared. The policeman broke into 3 pieces, then those pieces broke into 6 pieces, and then they all disappeared down a black hole. And the day before this happened, I heard loud voices in the house, and someone was arguing with Dad about Mum and me. Then the door, which was blocked up with wood, smashed down, and 8 policemen filled into my room. Dad screamed at them to stop, but they run up to me and talked to me in a slow way. One of them asked me about Mum and where she was, and I told them how Alan had bit her on the arm, and Dad had to burn Alan, which made me sad, and then how Dad wouldn't take Mum to the hospital, so she got sicker and sicker, and she had to be burned as well. All because of me, because I was a sinner. The policeman didn't say anything for a long time, and then one of them tried to put his arm on me, and I hadn't been touched for a long time, so I got scared. And that's when I showed him the thing that I do. When I was 9, I had to show the men in white doctor's coats the thing that I do every day, and they write things down. Sometimes they inject me with things, but that's when accidents happen and I break them. No one gets angry with me though, and I get to watch TV in a big white room, and also have an Xbox which I play FIFA on, and sometimes I lose. But I like it here. But mostly I miss my mum and dad and Alan. Now I am 10, and I am showing many people the thing that I do in a hot country on the other side of the world. The men in uniforms call me a hero and say to me I am doing excellent work for the greater good. My dad would be very proud that I am not a sinner anymore and I am working for Jesus. I get placed into sandy hot cities, and then I do the thing that I do and people scream in funny languages. And I am told they are evil and like to bully people so they are getting what they deserve. Sometimes, at night, I cry for them. But mostly, I'm just so happy to be outside.